Hey everybody, and welcome to the Brandon Gill Show. This is your favorite self-published author of life, a book of short stories and poems to improve, challenge your mind, nourish your body, nourish your mind, give you something to look forward to listen to on the radio because it's based on the show. Alright, I do professional ghostwriting. You all know me for that. You know me for theatrical writing. You know me as an actress, a model. A joke that goes around these days is, what don't you do? And that's a really good question because I do a lot of things. And that's why I'm able to be here for y'all. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Saturday evening. We have beautiful weather outside here in Houston, Texas. If you're not in Houston, I am so still loving you from where you are. And let's just have a good time tonight. Let's talk about our subject. I have a really great topic for us this evening I want to talk about. But first, our announcements are, you all please, let's go to facebook.com/The Brandon Gill Show. Plus Fest is going on. This is run by a wonderful gentleman by the name of Emmanuel Bean. He's having this great and very innovative event called Plus Fest. This basically is everything, poetry plus everything. That's why it's called Plus Fest. So you all, let's go check that out. Let's go check out Miss Musically Inclined, musically-inclined.org. We're going to go over there. We're going to see Miss Rain Eatman, who sings out of this world. That's one of my artists as well. And we have Ocean Fire. He's on Twitter. He's on Instagram. Facebook.com/Ocean Fire is where you can find his information. And y'all have got to please go see the 24-hour fashion truck. We know about the food trucks, y'all. Food is good. But do you know about the 24-hour fashion truck? This lady makes a dress that is so beautiful that as soon as I get ready to have my event in December, we will be looking forward to ordering a custom dress for my event coming up in December. So y'all, we just have so much stuff planned for you on the Brandon Gill Show. So excited to bring it to you live. So our topic this evening is woo! Just as it states on the title that you read. And that is, the struggle has just begun. So you all know I'm big on unity. You know I'm big on Black Lives Matter. It's riding on the fence of all lives matter after our beautiful Mr. Stephen was shot and killed. Unfortunately, fortunately, whichever way you choose to look at it, because everything is your perception. On a couple days ago. Rest in peace to you, Stephen. We miss you. But I have some tips, and I want to talk because I'm big on unity, and I had an incident today where I wasn't thinking right. And you all know this show is all about transparency and how to truly improve your life from the inside out. We always talk about how your world is you. You are your world. So I'm going to give you a short example yet again. If you all have never listened to an episode of the Brandon Gill Show or went to BrandonGill.com, but you need to get your butt over there and get my book, okay? And have yourself promoted. The promotional packages will be up. Just keep waiting. I did. If you did not hear the earlier episode, please take listen at that one. That one has the fees for my promotional packages, and like I said, they are tax deductible, tax exempt. You are promoting yourself and using your advertising budget to roll it back into your pocket as a donation to a not-for-profit charity by the end of the year. And that's a beautiful thing for you, your wallet, your business, and your dreams and your goals. So, as I said, the struggle is real, and I want to tell you something. Everybody's selfish, okay? I know for sure I am. But like Napoleon Hill says, when a situation comes up, we got to rely on these things, okay? You're selfish because you need to worry about yourself first, and that's true. When you look it up in Merriam-Webster's dictionary, selfish is a very strong and brutally portrayed word, but it's just, the English language is so damn big, and we have so many words and so many ways that you can say things, where when people call you crazy, they could be saying you're cool, you're outlandish, but it's surprisingly and beautifully outlandish, and I love to be around you, or they could be calling you insane. So maybe we should all just walk around with a dictionary. Maybe not, because that might just drive you crazy like I do sometimes as a professional academic research paper writer. It gets real. One thing I'm going to say before I give you all some tips on how to deal with the selfishness in you and other people, which you create this world. You choose these people to be in your play, your movie, because that's what your life is. You have to learn how to be quiet. You have to learn how to control your circumstance, and how you do that is you control thyself. When you feel that an argument is getting out of control and you know that that argument is not a good thing for you to involve yourself in, who cares what the other person thinks? Put your damn headphones on, take yourself a nice walk, have a cup of tea. I love tea. Everybody that sees me knows I'm always walking around with this jar full of this gunk, and they have no idea what it is. But since everybody's nosy, Brandon Gill is known for carrying around a jar full of oxygenized green tea from Vietnam, chock full of honey, lemon, and turmeric, because that's how you keep your cool all day long, and it's good for your body and fantastic for your mind. So that's where we're going to go to tonight. I've got 9 tips from lifehacker.org. This is an organization, not your normal everyday website, that has tips on how we can keep our lives together. So here's one. Number 1 on how you deal with selfish people is you can only change yourself. Duh, we get that one. Let's not even spend time. Number 2, draw your boundaries. You have to draw your boundaries, because I'm going to tell you something. When you start acting right and other people are still acting wrong, you got to draw boundaries. And if you draw the boundaries and they keep pushing those boundaries, matter of fact, breaking them motherfuckers off, because people will do that. You will draw a line in the sand 10 times in their face, and they will continue to kick that line like they're just outrightly retarded. And retarded means just that. You're slow. You're going backwards and backwards and backwards. That's what retarded means. Now that's Merriam-Webster, okay? Can I get a clapping on them? So you definitely, I love that one. You also need to make sure that you are being upfront about where you stand. You know, if I buy you I volunteer to get you a bike, and I say, I'm just going to buy you this bike. Excuse the background noise, it's the Brandon Gill Show. I'm outside taking a walk. If I buy you a bike, and I don't say anything else after getting you this bike, that means I don't expect anything from you. And if I do, I should tell you. And if I don't, that's my problem. That's not for you to be bothered about, worried, concerned, using up all your time, bothered, and just out of tripping. That's what tripping means. It means you're tripping over yourself. You're tripping over your feet. You're stumbling at these roadblocks that you created that don't have to be there. So conversations are important. I have a very important play that I'm working on as well that is about conversation. Poetry, artistry is all about conversation. And by the way, shout out to the Bayou City Festival today. I had an outrageously amazing and fun-filled time at this festival. If you all have not gotten your tickets, you need to go. It's amazing. I'm not going to do too much promo for them because I ain't getting paid. But yes, be upfront about where you stand. That's the thing. And so if I did have expectations for the bike, then I should say it. And if you feel some type of way about some way I'm looking at you because you think I'm having some expectations about the bike, ask me. Damn. Okay? Be firm when it's needed. I like that one. You don't, and this is coming from Scorpio, I'm a very firm person. I was raised by a United States Marine Corps staff sergeant. And it is just almost a part of some of my nature that's shedding every day. People that meet me will say, you're just soft as a little flower. And my favorite character from this morning that you all got to meet, Miss Imogene, will probably say, you're just as sweet as a ice cube in some watermelon tea. And that's just what it is. But I can be firm and be overly firm sometimes, and we all can. So pick and choose your battles is basically what that is. But you do need to be firm, but only when it's needed, because if you're firm all the time, it's just like a Tempur-Pedic bed. Somebody might sleep on the side that's hard, but I'm pretty sure they don't sleep on that exact number every night. One night their body may not feel right to that particular speed on the bed, and they're going to change it. So change it. And only make it firm when you need to be firm. Move around. Go with the wind. That's a beautiful movie. Pocahontas teaches us all about that. It's a beautiful movie about unity, and it's a beautiful movie about fighting those battles that are worth it. The rest of the time, you see the tribe sitting around smoking a pipe because they chilling. Chill as much as you can. Our other one is, don't take shit personally. You know what? It took me a long time to get over this. People take things so personally. Every time you open your mouth and start talking to people, they automatically think it's about them. And this is just, I think, a human thing. Y'all tell me how you feel about this. I think it's a human reaction to just always think, oh, it's about me. It's about me. No, shut up. It's not about you. I'm talking in general. And if you happen to be offended about it, let's go on back down to, what is it? Number 3, be upfront about where you stand. If you feel like somebody's talking about you, then you need to say, hey, I feel like you're talking about me. Are you trying to be passive aggressive? Ask the hard questions. Have the hard conversations and move on after that. Don't linger, because there's so much time these days. Y'all, I tell you, it's 2018. These seconds, these minutes, these hours are going by fast for a reason. The years go by fast for a reason, because you need to be moving slowly in the peace and the love and the joy that we promote at the Brandon Gill Show. And so I'm going to be even better every day through my faith, and as a radio host, and as a leader, as I consider myself. And I am a leader inside of my organization. I'm a unit leader, where you have got to just do just what I just said. Don't take it personally. Also, observe how others handle the selfish person. There is a difference between selfish and self-absorbed, you all. Self-absorbed people literally care nothing about anyone except for themselves. I've been that person. I know somebody watching the show has been that person. If you realize that other people, see, I always grew up with this idea that if you mess with that person and they're a crackhead, then I can't chill with you because you probably smoking crack too. That's not true. That person can have a relationship with that person before they were on crack, or before they were having bad habits, or before they were chewing bubblegum too loud, and understand why they do it, and they still deal with them because they love them and they want to be around them and continue to be around them, and that's just their relationship. Does that mean that you have to assume that that other person who's being in a relationship with them is like that? No. So just observe how they handle them and mimic it, because especially if you don't know that person, it's going to create problems, and you're going to feel like, oh, this person is a bitch, they're an asshole, all this stuff we're thinking in our heads that I'm going to say it out loud on the Brandon Gill Show, okay? But that's not the case. Observe how they handle them the same way, but be even careful with that, because if the person handles them really rough and you don't know them, then how about you do this? Just do the first word, observe. As a Scorpio, I'm a very observant person. Observe people, and you will learn how to handle them. How about that? That's a new one, okay? You also need to show kindness. For my faith, we're all about kindness. We're all about peace. You have to bring peace into people's lives these days, y'all. We are going through bombings and shootings and countries fighting each other. I have a poem in my book about Together. It's called Together. I have another poem called Unity. You really have to show kindness in a lot of situations. People will say some of the most stupid shit to your face and behind your back. If you continue to show the kindness, they'll stop. Trust me, I've done it to people. I've shown them kindness so much that they couldn't even deny me. And then you know what? If they do deny you, then be denied from that person. But don't deny yourself and walk away and know that you did everything that you could. Because again, if you show kindness and you go back and you do number 2 and you draw your boundaries and they still tripping, move on. That's some bullshit. Okay? The last one is going to be help them. Some people really are self-absorbed. Spend a little bit of time trying to help them. When I first started this radio show and I started doing the promotions, I wanted to promote you all for free. I wanted every artist to get on here and get their free promotion and get everything that they needed. But guess what? Brandon Gill wasn't getting what Brandon Gill needed to do the show. She wasn't feeling it, because I had emails coming in an influx to my inbox, and people wanted me to publicize all their work and do everything they wanted me to do, but they didn't want to go to my page and like anything so I could even just mention that I was publicizing their ass. They didn't want to go and go to the page occasionally just to post something about their own product. I'm telling you, this is just going to get a quick end right now because I'm approaching 15 minutes. We are our own